Well, it's official, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom of speech and freedom of expression is completely gone in this country. It's now a thing of the past. And the nail in the coffin was when Don Cherry, host of Hockey Night in Canada's Coach's Corner, was fired on Remembrance Day for comments that he expressed about supporting the troops by wearing poppies. Now, if you're just hearing about this now, these are the controversial statements in question. He said, "You people, you love our way of life, you love our milk and honey, at least you can pay a couple bucks for a poppy," or something like that. These guys paid for your way of life that you enjoy in Canada. These guys paid the biggest price. And this, of course, sparked a great deal of outrage online and a lot of unfounded, untruthful interpretations of what he meant by this, including coming from one of Canada's biggest mainstream media outlets, CBC, with this article: "Canadians of all races, backgrounds served in battles commemorated on Remembrance Day," says Bilderberger Peter Mansbridge. "The notion that Canada's veterans were all white is dangerously wrong and an insult to thousands." Yeah, no doubt, Peter Mansbridge. Unfortunately, Don Cherry didn't say anything of the sort. At what point in this statement did he bring up race? Race did not come up whatsoever. In fact, Cherry later said, this could be referring to Scottish people, Irish people. It's just ridiculous that the CBC would turn around and make this all about race, causing the division that we're now seeing. And we've since then gotten a statement from a Sportsnet saying Don's discriminatory comments are offensive and they do not represent our values and what we stand for as a network. We've spoken with Don about the severity of the issue and we sincerely apologize for these divisive remarks. This was on November 10th. The very following day, on Remembrance Day, Don got the word that he was fired. Don Cherry fired by Sportsnet over the, quote, "you people" rant on Coach's Corner. This, however, has not led to Don succumbing to these virtue signalers. Here we see Don Cherry refuses to apologize for the "you people" rant in aftermath of the controversy. In fact, Don is doubling down on this, saying he fully meant everything that he said in that statement, and he's not about to apologize. He's going to double down and say he fully meant it. And in fact, a lot of Canadians are supporting him in this. There's already a petition here called "Bring Back Don Cherry" that has over 100,000 signatures and climbing fast. We already have this as well. Don Cherry offered a job by Russian hockey team to talk about whatever he thinks. So it seems that a lot of people are coming around to just how ridiculous this situation is, because what it boils down to is the freedom of expression. As we see here under Section 2B, the provision, everyone has the following fundamental freedoms: freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including the freedom of the press and other media communication. So in this video, we're going to break down all of that for you, what this is all stemming from, why I support the views of Don Cherry in expressing what he feels, where at the same time I'm not in support of wearing a poppy on Remembrance Day, and I'll explain exactly why, guys. But just before we do, I'd ask that you check us out on subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. This is where you can sign up for a monthly contribution. Here we have people signed up for $5 a month, $10 a month, $20 a month. Whatever you're able to contribute goes a long way in helping us survive here. If you've seen our video from yesterday, you'll see YouTube is now dead. New terms give power to ban not commercially viable channels at their sole discretion, meaning yours truly is on the chopping block because I've been demonetized, meaning I'm no longer commercially viable. So moving forward, I'm going to need support from you guys, the viewers. So please check the links in the description to where you can find me here on subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. All right, so for context into this video, let's take a look at the full statements by Don Cherry that are causing all the current controversy, and then we'll break it down. Here's what he said.
I was talking to a veteran. I said, I'm not going to run the poppy thing anymore because what's the sense? I live in Mississauga. Nobody wears, very few people wear a poppy. Downtown Toronto, forget it, downtown Toronto, nobody wears a poppy, and I'm not going to. He says, wait a minute, how about running it for the people that buy them? Now you go to the small cities, and you know those the rows on rows. You people love you they come here, whatever it is. You love our way of life. You love our milk and honey. At least you could pay a couple of bucks for poppies or something like
Ron
that.
McLean.
These guys pay for your way of life that you enjoy in Canada. These guys paid the biggest price. Anyhow, I'm going to run it again for you great people and good Canadians that bought a poppy. I'm still going to run it anyhow. I'm up for it.
Now, there it is. And again, to me, I didn't hear him bring up race at all. It sounds to me like he's talking about anybody who's not wearing a poppy, and that he feels it's disrespectful when it comes to honoring the troops in that way. Now, notice Ron McLean's reaction there, how he was nodding and smiling the whole time. He even threw up the thumbs up at the end of that in complete agreement with him, but then he completely threw Don under the bus with this tweet. I want to sincerely apologize to our viewers and Canadians. During last night's broadcast, Don made comments that were hurtful and prejudiced, and I wish I had handled myself differently. It was a divisive moment, and I'm truly upset with myself for allowing it. I've worked with Don for 30 years, and we both love hockey, but last night, I know we failed you. I see hockey as a part of what unites us. I have the honor of traveling across our country to celebrate Canada's game, and our diversity is one of Canada's greatest strengths. Oh, God. Ron McLean, you didn't just invoke Justin Trudeau with the diversity is our strength comment, did you? Yes, sadly you did. This is absolutely pathetic virtue signaling coming here from Ron McLean to invoke the words of Justin Trudeau, a man, may I remind you, who can't even keep track of how many times he's done blackface, yet he's still prime minister. And now we have this cancel culture trying to, cut out Don Cherry for his comments that didn't even specifically mention race. Guys, this is absolutely insane. And this is why I support Don when he says he meant it and he doubles down, like we see in this Toronto Sun article. Don Cherry says he's being fired from Hockey Night in Canada by Sportsnet. The legendary star of Coach's Corner says he will not back down with what he said on Saturday. I have just learned I've been fired by Sportsnet for comments made on Coach's Corner on November 9th, Cherry told me in a phone interview. No problem, Cherry added. I know what I said, and I meant it. Everybody in Canada should wear a poppy to honor our fallen soldiers. There it is, guys. He's talking about everyone in Canada should wear a poppy, he believes. And Cherry said his words were not racial or bigoted, but patriotic and respectful of our troops. Still, these comments prompted Sportsnet to axe Cherry. And then the article goes on here to say, Cherry insisted he was expressing how he feels about the lack of people donning poppies. Simple enough. I speak the truth and I walk the walk, he said. I've visited the bases of the troops, been to Afghanistan with our brave soldiers at Christmas, been to the cemeteries of the fallen around the world, and honored our fallen troops on Coach's Corner. It's been an honor to back the fighting men and women in uniform, he added. Cherry said he would change none of it. He goes on to say here, to keep my job, I cannot be turned into a tame robot. Still, he admits being fired on Remembrance Day does hurt, because I would have liked to continue doing Coach's Corner. The problem is, if I have to watch everything I say, it isn't Coach's Corner. So he correctly is not apologizing, and he says, to keep my job, I'd be turned into a complete robot. And I think that is exactly the correct response. In fact, we've seen something similar where I saw the exact opposite, wrong response. Remember this guy and this whole controversy? This is Mario Lopez, who apologized for, quote, ignorant and insensitive comments about parenting transgender kids. This is a guy who spoke out about something very, very serious, and he was absolutely correct 100%. He said, look, I'm never one to tell anyone how to parent their kids, obviously. And I think if you come from a place of love, you really can't get it wrong, he said. But at the same time, my God, if you're 3 years old and you're saying you're feeling a certain way, or you think you're a boy or a girl or whatever the case may be, I just think it's dangerous as a parent to make that determination then. Okay, well then you're going to be a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be. It's sort of alarming, and my gosh, I think about the repercussions later on. he's saying it's dangerous for a parent to, pander to the delusion of a 3-year-old child about gender dysphoria. People got up in an outrage about this, and he apologized for his, quote, ignorant and insensitive remarks, even though he was completely correct in what he was saying. This is why I, in full support of what Don Cherry is saying. However, I'm not in support of the idea of wearing a poppy to support the troops. I mean, let's face it. We know that poppies is where heroin comes from. We know that Canadian troops and American troops are largely, to an extent, responsible for the heroin epidemic happening here in the West, bringing this stuff over. I've personally spoken to troops who have told me they've been on missions in Afghanistan, and certain poppy fields they were ordered to protect, certain poppy fields they were ordered to destroy. Just depends on which farmers were willing to play along. So to don this thing in remembrance of this sacrifice that was made, and I'm not talking about what they did, I'm talking about children being sacrificed by a power-hungry oligarchy elite, remembering that by donning the flower that they are gaining a monopoly on that industry from makes no sense to me. But at the same time, I fully support Don Cherry's right to say such a thing, even though I think it's a bit unfounded and a little too statist for my liking. But still, I believe in his right to be able to do so. And I hope you guys do too. I know a lot of other people are starting to get behind Don. Like I said, there's this petition right now, Bring Back Don Cherry, with over 100,000 signatures. Guys, if you think what's happening to him under this cancel culture is wrong, as I do, go ahead and sign the petition. And maybe other organizations like this Russian hockey team will start offering him a job. But it'll be interesting to see moving forward. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention because, like as we see in this article here, exclusive, girl suspended for rejecting rainbow poppy speaks out. It's all about freedom of expression being suppressed. This, of course, is a young girl who was suspended from high school because she refused to wear a rainbow poppy, saying that the black and red already encompasses all veterans. Doesn't matter if some of them are gay or trans people. The black and red encompasses all of them. We don't need their own unique little poppy, and she was suspended from school for that. It's an attack on the freedom of expression and freedom of speech here in this country, and we have to expose it for what it is, guys. So just wanted to bring that one to your attention. Please click the thumbs up button, share this video, go ahead and sign the petition if you feel so inclined, the Bring Back Don Cherry petition. And again, please share this video, let people know that they're getting a little carried away with this cancel culture here and going after somebody like Don, especially on Remembrance Day. It's disgusting in my view. If you agree, leave a comment in the comment section below, or if you disagree, let me know how you feel about this current situation with Don Cherry. Once again, please don't forget to check the links in the description to find out how you can support our efforts here at Press for Truth by signing up at subscribestar.com/pressfortruth. And again, share this video, leave a comment, click the like button, and stay tuned, my friends. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.